Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Butterfield Bermuda Championship Live Talk. I'm your host, Earl Baston. Joining me is Tournament Director Justin Belanger, and also no stranger to the golfing field. We have Javon Roberts with us as well, who will be talking about players and moving them around and all. But first of all, Justin, welcome again. Yesterday's big announcement was the two gentlemen that have previously won this tournament will both be returning, Brian Gay and Brandon Todd, right?
Yes, sir. And Earl, thanks again for having us both on today. Always a pleasure to come and speak with you regarding the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, just 1 week away, which is very exciting for all of us. But yeah, great news from a player perspective yesterday. You know, having both champions back, Brendan Todd and Brian Gay, we couldn't be more proud to welcome them back to Bermuda. And I know that both of them are very excited to join us yet again here to hopefully compete and maybe even win again the Butterfield Bermuda Championship.
Well, two Bs have won the first two ones, just like Butterfield Bermuda. Now it's time for a C to win. If you tell the golfers that, anybody with a C with the name, start the name, they'll be ready to rock and roll.
I think you hit it around the head. Maybe your name starting with a B, they have a good chance to win.
There you go. Let's see how that plays out this time around. Javon, welcome. Obviously, you will play a major role in this tournament event, but tell us a little bit about the role you actually will play in making sure that things get underway on time and the players get to where they need to be.
Yeah, so a little bit of a different role for me this year. Previously, we were doing the transportation for the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. This year, I'll be the Director of Player Services. So now my role is to, make sure that everything goes smoothly with the players. So any concerns they might have, any information they might need, then they'll come to me and I'll sort it out for them.
Now, what helps the fact that is you actually play the sport.
Yes.
So understanding some of the needs and wants, you'll be able to probably sort them out yourself. Probably, maybe.
Yeah. So it's a good position for me. So I know the golf course. I know a lot of the logistical needs. I can anticipate a lot of what the players are going to be looking for. So try to fix a lot of problems before they actually arise. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and looking forward to another really good tournament.
The players will definitely be in good hands, Earl, throughout the week.
Yeah. I was just going to ask him because he played in the qualifier. How did the golf course play, and what can these players expect next week?
Yeah, golf course is in really good shape. We had a little bit of wind on Tuesday, so I'm personally hoping that we get some wind for the boys. I love to see how they tackle it. Maybe not as windy as last year on the Friday. I think we had a real good blow. But what I don't want is 79 degrees and 3 knots. I don't want that. I want a little bit of wind, a little bit of breeze to cause a little bit of thinking involved for the boys. So just looking forward to another good year. The golf course is great. Jason and the crew is doing a really good job of getting the golf course good to go. So I'm just really excited to see what these guys can do.
How stoked are you about the 5 Bermuda golfers making it through?
Well, first of all, I wish that I was one of them. I'm gonna put that out there. But those guys, they played really well. So congratulations to the 5, and especially Brian. I'm really excited that he got a position. So we're really excited about that. And I think they'll have a good show. They've been working really hard on their games, and we'll see if they can bring it on the big stage.
And Justin, as we get closer, I guess excitement is building even more and more at the golf course, and then you have extra guys in the top 50 in the world who are also knocking on the Bermuda door as well. In Patrick Reed, who's 23rd, Matt Fitzpatrick, who is 25th, and Will Zalatoris. Is that how you say it?
Zalatoris,
Yeah, in 31st right now. So excitement building.
Yeah, very much so. We're very excited about the field that we currently have, and keeping a lookout for later in the week for more player releases. But having names such as Patrick Reed, Will Zalatoris, and Matthew Fitzpatrick is great. Matthew Fitzpatrick just lifted a trophy just last week, just played in the Ryder Cup. Patrick Reed, former Ryder Cup champion, Masters champion. Will Zalatoris, PGA Tour Rookie of the Year. So these types of names are creating lots of excitement around not only the golf course, but the local community here on island as well. And we look forward to hosting all these great players come next week.
And how are we shaping up for Thursday, Friday, the general admission tickets?
Yeah, so great question. So completely honest with you, if you're interested in attending the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, please visit ButterfieldBDAChampionship.com because they are going quickly. We are officially sold out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now, and have less than 30 tickets available on Thursday. So please visit our website and come join us next week to watch some of the best golfers in the world.
And structurally, how far are we along in the structures of the things going around the course?
Yeah, I know this is a very exciting time for all of us here. I'm a part of the Butterfield Bermuda Championship staff, seeing the structures go up, all the planning, all the pictures, the plans, just kind of coming to life. And it's going very well. It definitely helps with this beautiful weather here we get in Bermuda. So each day we go to bed and wake up and there's more structures up, there's tents up, there's carpet down, there's picket fence up. I can go on and on. But I can tell you, and come next week, this time, it'll look completely different.
Yeah, definitely. And Javon, back to you a little bit. You say you can anticipate some things ahead of time. What are some of the things you think, the simple things that golfers need to ensure that when they go out, they have everything needed?
Well, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of questions about the golf course and prevailing winds and, which way the greens break. Once people find out that I'm a member here and that I've played it a bunch of times, they tend to try to, just get little bits and pieces of information from you to give themselves an advantage. We all know that golf, one little piece of information, one little tip, one little trick is the difference between winning and losing at this level, right? So I'm sure I'll answer a lot of questions about, how to play 16. I got a lot of 16 questions, how to play it, what's the wind do. 15, 16 are the popular questions that they ask me out.
But isn't 8 tricky as well? Because you're hitting from an area where there's no wind for the ball to end up in the wind in an open area. So isn't 8 kind of tricky as well?
Earl, that's a very sensitive topic for me at the moment because it is the hill that I had a bit of an adventure on, and so let's not talk about 8.
But you got to be ready to answer 8 questions next week.
And I will, but I won't be very happy about answering any questions about 8. I'll be honest. No, you have to. 8's another good hole. Obviously, that all depends on where the wind's coming from. So you just have to pay attention to which way the wind's coming from. If it's off the water, it's a much different hole than if it's coming, from the east.
Right.
With hole number 8 too, early, it's the first time that the players will really see that beautiful Bermuda blue water. So it's at first, if you've never been here and you're on that back tee box and you're looking out and you see that and you're like, wow, this is incredible.
You often see some players stoppages once they get around there, especially on the green of 7 and then on the green of 8. They're looking out, especially when it's not their turn, just admiring what the view looks like and so forth. So it's exciting times for them. And those that have been here will probably be looking forward to that again. Now, people might not really understand when you guys talk about, because Michael Sims talked about it as well, wind, to make it kind of a level playing field of sorts, to force these guys into thinking more golf shots as opposed to just coming out here and smashing the golf course. So Can you just break down a little bit, Javon, about having a breeze to kind of, challenge the golfers?
Yeah, so on a really calm day, these guys are so good at hitting the ball exactly where they want it to go at the distance that they want it to fly at. Within a couple of yards, to be honest, at this level. With the breeze and the added factor of elevation and breeze, it makes it a lot more difficult with how the ball's flying to get it to go exactly where you want and the distance that you want it to go. So there's a lot more math that goes involved in trying to figure out how far the ball is going to fly into the wind or crosswind or even downwind, right? So I can bore you to death with, all the other things that you have to factor in, but it just makes it a lot more difficult to hit the shot that you want to hit at the time that you want to hit it.
And obviously, what a lot of people see is a lot of communication between caddy and golfer. How important is it for the caddy to get out on the course beforehand to kind of have what he knows his golfer needs to do at certain times throughout the event?
Yeah, so it's very important for the caddies to get out here, and during Monday, Tuesday, the caddies will probably spend more time out here than the player does. Just going through their yardage book, going through the greens. They're going to walk the golf course probably and just make notes, and they're going to be looking at the weather forecast to see which way the wind's going to be coming from and strategizing like how to play the holes. I'll get a lot of questions from the caddies about how to play it, what's the best way, what they need to pay attention to, how the trees affect the wind, how the rocks affect the wind coming off of 16. A lot of questions will come from the caddies. I've been lucky enough to build up a few relationships with a few of the boys, and they come and ask me details all the time. So it's interesting to see just the questions that they ask just from my golfing brain. It also gives me some insight into how they think about how to attack the golf course as well, which is it's very nerdy, but really exciting.
Justin, have the nerves kicked in yet? Because making sure last minute stuff is always, have we done everything we needed to do? Have we marked off everything? Is every I dotted? Is every T crossed? So has the nerves started kicking in yet for you?
No, great question, Earl. And as mentioned before, it takes a team effort from everybody, and we're in such a good spot right now from a build perspective, and working with sponsors and working with volunteers and our promotion and marketing media. So hands off to everybody involved, the team here. Thank everybody from the Port Royal Golf Course for getting the golf course in shape, and their management team from Mr. Lambert, just continuing to make sure that this golf course and the facility is ready for all these PGA Tour players to come. Are there a little nerves? I'd be probably lying if I said I didn't. There's always a plan A, there's a plan B, C, and D. So, I think we're ready for what's going to be thrown at us, but we're definitely in good shape, and we're looking forward to hosting everybody next week.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to next week as well. But first, we're going to have another one of these talks on Thursday, and I'm looking at possibly being on site at Port Royal for the next one, just to give people a view of how things are progressing in preparation for this third Butterfield Bermuda Championship. So we look forward to Thursday. Javon, hang in there. Wish you well. And Justin, we'll be talking again on Thursday. Folks, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Earl. And as always, thanks for having us on the show.
Thanks, Earl.
All right. Okay. All right.